Reunited Stone Temple Pilots is well on their way. Matt Sorum has said that it was the reunion offer, a lazy show in Europe, and Weiland's lack of backbone that caused the split with Velvet Revolver. Sorum is currently playing with friends in Los Angeles at the Roxy for a month-long residency for Camp Freddy, and he shared his thoughts on his former singer. Sorum said that Weiland was swayed by industry insiders who wanted him back in STP.
When the album came out, it wasn't as impactful as the first record. I think at that point, people in the business end of things started dangling the carrot for STP and pulled him away from us a bit, I think. Started getting his head someplace else. So, unfortunately, when people dangle the carrot, sometimes you bite. And I think that's kind of when the vibe got weird, because I think we just felt the vibe, and then it just got kind of bad at that point.
The current Velvet Revolver drummer and former Guns N' Roses drummer remembers one particular show in Europe where he expressed his remorse over the band's lack of presence.
I did a blog on my website, which I get like, I don't know, 200 people look at it. I don't know how many people look at it. You know, I'm like, but the strange thing about the internet now is that damn Google alert. So I just put up a blog, you know. I said, hey man, at first I just thought it was sort of a damage control kind of thing. And I said, hey, I'm sorry about the vibe on stage, you know. We were in Glasgow, Scotland. I mean, probably some of the greatest fans in the world. And I just felt bad for him, you know. I really did. I felt bad. And I was in my hotel and I couldn't sleep and I was upset. And I got on my computer and I said, I'm sorry about what went down, you know. Some people are just unhappy.
When confronted about the war in the blogs and news, Sorum said that Weiland was less than manly about the situation.
And everybody could see what was going on that was there at the gig. It was very evident, you know, and I just said, hey, you know. And that's what I felt at the time. The next thing I know, it's up on Blabbermouth and every other site in the world. And then I just got the wrath of Mr. Scott Weiland, skinny little guy as he is, you know. It's the kind of guy that would drive by you in a car and shout out some shit to you and he's got 3 buddies in there, you know what I mean? And then run. It's like, fuck you too, pal. You know? You know, if I saw him right now, he'd probably be running down the alleyway, you know, I don't know. He knows I'm twice his size. What the f?
Velvet Revolver is soldiering on and we'll have the details later this week on their singer situation. We also will hear from Sorum tomorrow about the comparison between his former singers Axl Rose and Scott Weiland. If you're in the Los Angeles area, you can catch Camp Freddy's month-long residency Thursdays at the Roxy in Hollywood, California. Corey Taylor, Tommy Lee, and Chad Smith have been some of the noted musicians sitting in.